the world looking for understanding of the times that we live in. Hunting and gathering first-hand information, challenging definitions of sin. I travel the world looking for lovers of the ultimate beauty, but never still in. I am a wanderlust king.
Hey everybody, welcome back to Angels with Scaly Wings. Last time you saw any video of this, it was me showing you the original ending I got with Adine, which turned out to be the bad ending, and then I came back, did the entire game again, and got the good ending and showed you what I missed previously and what the good ending looked like. This time, we're going to be mixing it up and trying to go with something completely new and different in the world. I also am not alone.
Hello!
I have Spade here by my side. He also ended up purchasing the game for himself.
Yeah, whatever.
If Spade decided to buy this beautiful graphic novel, it's totally worth the fucking price. So, I've already made a plan of where we're going to be going here. Continuing your journey, Furea. Chapter 1. Duty. Now is not the time for crap jokes. Literally. Spade, that joke was shit.
Well, maybe if
I awoke from uneasy dreams, looking at an unfamiliar ceiling. Just for a moment, I wondered where I was before the events of last night all came back to me. After a good stretch, I looked around the room, illuminated by the sunlight coming in from the window. Outside in the distance, the portal I had emerged from proudly stood on the peak of a small hill. Getting ready, I noticed something lying on the table. It was the note Remy left for me in case I needed anything, along with his own home phone and work number. There were also some numbers for delivery of food and other necessities, as well as an emergency and even janitorial services. He had certainly thought of everything, even though now I had to wonder what a dragon plumber might look like. My musings were interrupted when the doorbell rang.
maybe you'd still have a red hat.
Let's go! It's a Mario time!
As a dragon.
I'm just picturing a Mario dragon. What did that just look like, fucking Bowser?
No, Bowser is a turtle.
Whatever. When I opened the door, I was met by another dragon. Looks like you've seen this before. Skip to character selection.
No. Because
Yeah, skip ahead. Let's just leave Spade behind.
Fuck.
He still has to go through the prologue, even.
Yeah.
Nah, don't skip ahead. As you wish.
And besides, if it takes too long, you can just cut it.
Hello! You must be Furea. I'm Sebastian, and I'll be your escort. Or security, I suppose. I usually work for the police, though. Nice to meet you. He seemed a lot smaller than Remy, and when he somewhat nervously extended his arm towards me, I noticed he apparently only walked on his hind legs, the two forelimbs having distinct arms, hands, and fingers. You know the kind of person I am, so we already know my response to this.
That's,
When I took his hand into mine, preparing to kiss it, I could feel the individual bumps and scales on his rough skin. Nice to meet you too, Sebastian. So where are you taking me? Straight to business, eh? We're going to visit the plant where they're making your generators. They have some news for you, or so I've heard. Reza will be there too. Sounds great. Just follow me. While we walked, I was under the impression we were purposefully avoiding a busier part of town, instead straying toward the edges and small alleys as to not garner too much attention. Even then, we got the occasional stare. After just a couple of minutes, we arrived at our destination, where we were met by Reza, as well as yet another dragon, a vicious-looking beast that didn't stay too close to him. Hi, asshole. Dickhead, long time no see. I'm not going to be referring to him by name anymore. He doesn't deserve it.
Okay, I've got a question. And
Blah, blah. We've already been through this.
I've got a question. If, according to the prologue, he's been here before, why the fuck does he still bring a gun with him? Other than to be an asshole.
I bet your dragon would win in a fight against mine, though.
Wow. Way to be a dick to your officer. Oh, wait, no, never mind. That's completely justified.
Yeah, it's like, really? You honestly think Sebastian could take Maverick?
Actually, no. Maverick looks very robust.
The only way Sebastian would ever be able to take down Maverick is if he had the fucking powers from Black Butler. Let's be completely fucking honest.
Or if he was the kind of main character of Assassination Classroom. You know, surprise, and I'm gonna fucking kill you. But that would only work one time. Don't be a dick, Dick.
Dickhead's being a dick to Maverick. That's how the journey starts. With one asshole and a dragon that will probably get killed later but didn't deserve it.
Wait, what?
I don't know how this is going to end. The only ending I know of is Adine's. There you are. I was waiting for you.
Hello. Oh, you know what I just realized? Her color scheme kind of reminds me of Tyrannomon. Sorry.
Wait a minute. I thought we were going to meet the guys from production. What are you doing here? They're only coming in later today, so you'll just have to make do with me. I see. Well, Furea, this is Anna. She kind of manages this building, though she's actually more involved with the research wing rather than the production wing engineering. Nice to meet you. My pleasure. I have something for you, by the way. It'll take them a while to make all the generators we promised, but we've got one for you here. Feel free to send it home and give it a test. That's great, I'll take it!
He put it in fairly quickly.
Yeah, he just fucking grabbed it and watch. He fucking books it immediately after. I suppose I'll wait for you outside as well. What thing? Oh, have you brought the PDA? Of course, here you go. Alright, now let's give this thing a test run. The PDA lit up as her hand swiftly moved around its interface in calculated motions. By the way, would you consider letting me run some tests on you as well? It would only take a drop of your blood. What? Why? I work in biology, so obviously this kind of thing would be very interesting to us. I'd share the results with you, of course.
Do it.
Sure, why not? Great. We already know how this turns out.
Fuck you.
Woo! Skipping ahead the boring parts that don't even fucking matter. Did I give her my blood? Of course not. Do I want to skip ahead?
No!
No. Why would anyone ever want to skip a part with a dean? Shit. Maybe he just likes you a lot. Oh, it's the humans. Oh, it's a dragon. That's a good one.
I swear, every time I look at that Dig, he looks more dickish.
I know. Every time I see Reza's face, I just want to punch him more.
I thought you weren't going to refer to him by name anymore.
One-time deal. How about some scrambled eggs with bacon?
Ooh, bacon?
Oh, so something's. You think something's odd here? Hang on, let me grab my tinfoil hat real quick.
Yes.
Yeah, he's a charming fellow. Always gotta be kind to a dean. She hasn't done anything wrong.
If you're too kind to her, you're going to her route.
No, actually, you get the choice.
Really?
Yeah. Yay, cute little dragon runs by with a bag.
Aw, it's pink. And now I just thought of how embarrassing it would be to be a male dragon but be colored like a female. You know, pink. Especially pink. Could you imagine that?
Hooray, skip stuff. I think I know its meaning.
Why are we playing this at different points in it?
He wants to. break into the manufacturing plant.
Pizza? Pizza?
Who wants to have a pizza party? No, I'm just guessing and hoping to get lucky. I don't feel like any of these options is actually right. Why am I even still doing this?
What are you doing? Why did it take you that long?
Okay, fine. I'll look elsewhere for hints. I know where to look. In the kitchen. In the pantry. Lemons. LEMONS! Blah, blah, blah. Blah, blah, blah.
Wait, am I supposed to be paying attention to mine or yours?
You're supposed to be paying attention to yours. You got your own story to live through.
But then why did you mention that I was on the audio? I can stay quiet.
We said you need to stay quiet. It's gonna be fucking boring if it's just me pressing skip through the bullshit all the time.
So you're fine with the random banter?
Dickhead shot Maverick and ran off. Right. Okay.
I will say it is kind of funny watching you just skip through the stuff and seeing like occasional little twitches in the face. Okay, why is this guy blushing in his intro picture?
What guy?
Sebastian.
Well, think about it. It's his fucking first day on the job, and he's nervous to meet a fucking human. He also probably thinks you're pretty good looking.
That's fair enough.
Skip! Just do it! No, I guess so. Murder! Victim! Lots of death! Cuts and blood!
I see different...
It was suicide!
I think that's a bit many cuts to be suicide.
Maybe it was just a really emo dragon.
If it was a suicide, they would have gone straight for their own neck. Or their wrist. Ish. Would that even work? Would that even work for a dragon who has wings?
What does it tell us that it was inflicted with a sharp instrument? It tells us that it was suicide! No, it could have only been done with someone with hands.
Oh wow. Even the music gets a lot more moody when the dickhead first shows up.
Why would Dickhead use a knife to kill someone instead of a gun?
Make it look like someone else did it?
Because he didn't want to make any noise.
Oh, there's that too. It looks like he has a revolver.
Yeah. He has like a fucking Magnum or whatever. It's a pretty nice looking revolver. Wish I had it. I would have shot him with it.
Oh, wow.
The biggest wound is obviously the one on his neck. Blah, 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 blah. Stuff we've already seen.
Why was that flashing blue? he had a...
Yeah, the blood splatter suggests.
he had a... What?
He was hemophiliac. There isn't blood.
And you can just keep pushing the suicide option.
Yeah, I know, right? It was suicide!
The fact that it was a sharp object means it was suicide.
But
Blood spatter suggests that it was
why wouldn't Dickhead want to use his gun? He wouldn't because it was a suicide!
The blood spatter suggests that it was suicide. That doesn't even make...
He died here. There's no trail of blood, and so he must have died right here. Objection! Here you go. Enjoy.
I do get the feeling that for a decent part of it, she's going to be in the I don't have time for this, I need to be doing the important stuff.
Ah, I totally needed that. So you work in that facility. And your point is, what's your job there? I mean, what do you do exactly? We do all kinds of things. The truth is, we just have all kinds of specialized machinery there, which is used by many different people for many different purposes. The building is owned and run by the council, who oversees the schedule. It is quite handy since you can go from research to testing and even manufacturing all in the same complex.
It does seem convenient.
I started out as a researcher in biology, which is still my main job. But I've been there so long and learned the ins and outs of the building so well that eventually I was asked to take over some managerial duties. Sure, it means more work, but it allows me to run a personal project every once in a while. Does that sate your curiosity? I've only seen glimpses, but it already sounds like a fascinating place. I'm not sure I'd go so far as to call it fascinating, but it surely does give me a lot of opportunities. Oh, I forgot to ask you what you actually plan to do with my blood and the test results. What is this, an interrogation? Yes, totally. You can call your lawyer if you like.
Oh, don't be like that.
I think someone's in a bad mood. I was just asking a question, that's all. Well, it's not the first. Alright, I'll finish my drink quietly then, if that's what you'd prefer. Sorry, I'm just stressed from all the work lately. I'm not getting much respite between my regular work, overtime, personal projects, and the other disturbances like that Remy sticking his nose where it doesn't belong. What do you usually do during your free time? Having good work-life balance is very important, you know. I love my job, I really do. Actually, I love it so much that even my free time, I still do things that have to do with biology. And I sort of just skipped... No, I didn't. Okay. I thought I skipped something. As I said, I've got the opportunity to do my own projects sometimes, so that's what I focus on when I get the chance. It would be a shame to pass up an opportunity to like that without using it. With the current influx of work, I rarely leave the facility. If I'm not eating or sleeping, even right now, I'm only on break and have to go back for another shift. Maybe you should do something else for a change. Maybe, but right now that's not really an option. It would help if the council weren't constantly sending their lackeys to mess with me. So that wasn't the first time. No, I suppose I'm on their watch list or something. Why is that? It's a long story and not one for a first date. So you're saying this is a date? No, I'm saying that even if this was a date, which would be more than whatever this is, it wouldn't be very appropriate. Stories about work aren't very romantic. It's always about work with you. Come on, you're on break. Maybe we should do something to take your mind off all that for once. Like what? I'm not sure. Do you have any other hobbies? Not really. Hey, waitress! How can I help you? Do you have anything here to entertain your guests? Any games or other distractions? I'm not sure. Let me go check. What exactly are you trying to do? I'm being cute and spontaneous?
You.
I'll remember this day. For good or bad, I'm not sure yet. It's more for the kids, but we don't really have anything else. It's fine, thank you. Have fun! A board game? Really? I know it's not Niski's Textile Merchant, but I suppose it's better than nothing. Textile Merchant? Niski? It's a game... Never mind. Well, I'm not convinced that this will accomplish anything unless your goal is to make me regret this day. It seems to be a trivia game. Do you have good general knowledge? Do you even know what kind of advanced knowledge I have to memorize at work with every single day? You bet I have good general knowledge. Certainly more than enough to beat a foreigner like you. If you're so confident, maybe we should make a bet. What do you have in mind? Let's say if I win, I'll get to go on a real date with you. No fitting me in during your break, no complaining about everything, no acting as if you were doing me a favor. Especially because it was you who wanted to meet me in the first place. And if I win, you'll have to come in sometime so I can run more tests on you. If that's what you want, so be it. Let's do this then. Since it was your idea, it's only fair I start. How does this work? Seems pretty simple. We take turns drawing cards and asking questions until we both asked a number we'd agreed on beforehand. Whoever gets more right in the end wins. How many questions shall it be then? How about 5? Let's make it 3. Not sure how long this will take, and my break won't be too far long either. Cheating!
You're worried you'll start with another bad ending?
Shh! Alright, go ahead then. I saw mischief in her eyes. Her stare piercing, paired with the hint of an arrogant smirk that exposed her anticipation. She seemed confident that she would win and loved every second of it.
I wonder what Dickhead would say if he said yes, I need to let her have some of my blood.
Slowly, her hand went over to the deck of cards and drew the topmost. Round 1! Who is cited as one of our most important historians, his work spanning over 20 books credited with mapping out the entire history since the beginning of sentience.
Wait, what is the bottom option?
Damien Dandelion? I believe it was Hazik Akil. How could you even know something like that? You've only been here for what, a few days? Maybe you shouldn't underestimate me. Maybe. Let's see how you fare with your first question. Bring it. How far can you walk into the woods?
What kind of question is that?
See how she can answer this one. only until the middle. Anything after that, you're walking out of the woods again.
Very good.
You're right. It's a rather weird question, though. I suppose I read the right kinds of books growing up. I know most of those trick questions. Let's see what the second question has in store for you, shall we? Round 2! Fight!
I do a much better.
Alright, if there are 5 apples and you take away 3, how many do you have? I have 3. Because I took 3 away. I guess you also know your trick questions. Apparently so. Okay, here's your question. In which year of our timeline did we gain sentience? 0. The beginning of our timeline marks the event when we gain sentience. Right again. Have you played this game before? It's a children's game. These questions aren't really a challenge. I'll just go ahead and draw the next card so we can end this. Round 3.
Fight.
An adventurer who values his life has to choose between 3 rooms to cross. Which of the following would be safest? Number 1, a room filled with poisonous gas. Number 2, a room filled with 100 highly trained assassins. Number 3, a room submerged in water filled with alligators that have not eaten in 8 months. None of these. That's right. All the rooms are equally deadly. Alligators can go up to 2 years or more without food, making room number 3 as deadly as the others. The other 2 rooms should not require any explanation. At least according to this card, to be honest, I think the answer is debatable. Well, yeah, I mean, I honestly, highly trained assassins won't go after someone who's not their target.
Yeah.
So if you're not their target and you walk into the room, you'll be perfectly fine.
Or depending, if the adventurer was Koro Sensei. Again, doesn't matter how many highly trained assassins you throw, you won't do it.
Don't worry, I'll still count it as a right answer for you. No need to get your tail caught in the door about it. Looks like this is going to be the last question. Just get it over with already. What is the approximate acceleration speed of a nosediving flyer? I'll have to think about that one for a minute. I was just kidding. I still could have calculated that. Okay, here's the real question. What is the only substance known to be lighter in its solid form compared to its liquid state? Water. That seems to be correct. Of course it is, duh. You answered Anna's questions correctly. Well done.
Oh shit, it's a tie.
Well, it appears that our game has ended in a tie. What do you propose? I'd say we both get our rewards. After all, we each made a good effort to get them. That's fine with me. I won't have a spot in the facility to do the test for a while, though, so I suppose next time we meet, it'll be a date. Don't forget what I said earlier about what I expect from you on this date. You better be on your best behavior. I'll try. Thank you. In any case, I should head back to work. My break is just about over. See you soon, then? Of course, and I'll make sure you deliver on your part of the deal. See you soon. Despite all odds, I managed to match her perfect score in the game we played. Even though my bet of forcing her to go on a proper date with me was more to get back at her for her earlier rudeness, I had not expected this outcome. I was not even sure what I had expected from this meeting in the first place, but now I was locked into going on a date with her and being her own personal guinea pig. Whether anything good would come from this, I wasn't sure either.